Hello and welcome to yet another MrBenn's Makes. Today we're going to be doing the Type 2 Boomerang Phaser from Star Trek, Voyager and I think Deep Space Nine. I think it mainly shown on Voyager. So, I'm just pointing out here some issues I've got with the print. So when it came out there was a lot of support structure and it was sort of dropped down a bit. So I'm going to fix that with plastic putty, perfect plastic putty. A friend of mine over on Twitter gave me the idea for using this. So it just comes in this lovely tube. I've already tried out a bit, as you can see on the back there. So the idea of this is it's just a wipe-on putty that will just fill in the holes basically. So there's me just squeezing some of it on and then using my finger. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell notification, like, share and whatnot. I'm trying to get over 100 subscribers soon. I want to get up to 1,000 because then, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, just rubbing it in with my finger and it just fills in the holes. Gets rid of some of the layer lines and everything. So I'm just doing a bit more onto the handle there and definitely on the underside. So yeah, just a bit more. Just squeeze it all on and then rub it all in. Like I said, it just fills up the layers. Gets rid of layer lines and things like that mostly. Just rubbing a bit of the excess off there so I can get some of the detail back. And that's that done. So now I'm just gonna cover that up and try rubbing it off with my hands. With the tissue doesn't quite work. By this point it's actually starting to get dry, but brilliant stuff is running water. And it just wipes straight off. So it is water soluble, which is quite nice. So yes, I would recommend this stuff quite a lot to anyone really. It's great for just filling in little holes and things like that. There you go, it comes straight off even though that was dry on. Alright, and back to the painting stand. So there's the phaser. It's now nice and dry. Giving it a bit of a sanding as well. So yeah, that's all nice and dry now. Took a couple of hours to dry. So yeah, just a bit of a sanding now. Try and smooth some areas of it off. Didn't work, so I gave up. Pretty much. As this will be the underside of it, and not many people will see that. I'm not overly fussed. Just looked out my windows. Raining quite heavily today. Oh well. And now my nice brand new box of paints and brushes so I can keep it nice and organised. So let's get some paints out. Or brushes out first. And we are going to get the paints out now. After several more brushes, apparently. So we're going to have a flat black. And chrome silver. A red. A green. And finally Yeah, there it is. A gold. That's gold leaf, that one. Right, I'm going to use this Cobra Phaser as an example, as a guideline sort of thing. That is one of the ones I printed when I very first started. And that is my airsoft battery charger ending. So give me a minute. Okay, and get the black paint, and I'm going to do the holster first. Get that all nice and covered. Or not. No, I was going to do the holster. I should really write down my ideas when I'm filming this. Just play with the camera there and speed it up a bit for you. And just, so now I'm just painting in a bit of black around the main buttons, so that yeah, this is like the button panel. Now I'm going to do the grip. Again, that was just a basic black. I'm not too fussed if I overspill at the moment, because I'm not going to be keeping it this grey. I'm going to be painting it all in chrome silver. So I'm just following the way the ribbon for the grip is. So I'm filling in all the little holes and everything. I find it better than going against it. There we go. Just a little bit more black around. And now the phaser emitter. This is actually the second Boomerang Phaser I have for Star Trek. The other one I've got is actually an old toy. I think it was Playmates, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I decided, you know what, I'm going to print a more accurate looking one. It isn't as bulky. And makes a nice video for you all to watch. And as you can see, when the black goes over that putty, it covers it up quite nicely. So, just over the last of the emitter now, and on the inside, on the front of it as well. There we go. Okay, so now I've actually changed camera position, and I've changed camera as well. More on that in a later episode. Okay, maybe not. So yes, I went out and bought myself a nice new 4K camera, so that's hence the change in quality. I'm still learning a little bit with it, so the focus seems to not be the best, which is a shame. I'll have a play. Alright, now I'm getting the silver chrome. Just mixing it all up because it's sort of separated a bit, as I've not used it in a while. But yes, now just going over the handle with the silver, or the chrome silver should I say. Oh, just hit a bit of the black, but I can top that up later, not a problem. And under the underside of it as well. I'm loving the detail on this print. It's come out really well. I'm quite happy with it. Yeah, just trying to show it off to the camera there. Forgot about that bit. Oh well. This camera's also got a nice new microphone on it. A separate microphone to an inbuilt one. So hopefully I can do some better live audio recordings instead of having to record over it. Leave myself some pointers. If I remember to turn the microphone on, like I did not do with this clip. And now I'm just doing the main firing button. That is going to be a silver as well. There we go. So I'm just going to leave that to one side now to dry. Of course, clean my brush. And seal up the paints. Because you should always do that. Unlike the time I left one of my blacks out overnight unsealed. Like a fool. Okay, and we're back. And I'm going to hand it over now to my live voice, hopefully. So yeah, I've just pointed out here I'm going to be doing the buttons in gold and I'll be painting the lights. And I kind of forgot I had the microphone on.
There we go, just sorting out the sound.
There we go, sound's on now.
And we'll just go over the buttons in gold.
Just zoomed in a bit for you there. And yes, you can hear my printer in the background. But I have to film and print at the same time, otherwise I just won't have content for you all. So, I do apologise.
Gold button's done. Now, using my next green. Just gonna work squares.
So in the print there's these little dots for each indication light. I'm literally just dropping a...
Just to leave a blob.
Yeah, as I'm saying, just leaving a blob.
See that there?
There you go. Yes, I am talking over myself. That's an interesting thing.
That's the green done. Oh, focus. Now time for red.
And again, just putting little dots on top of each indicator light.
How well you can see that with that light. I'm just going to get a bit of chrome silver.
Just playing about with the light. I have a ring light. Yeah. Now just doing some final touch-ups to the print so it is all finished and ready for the conventions whenever they start up. That's that end music for you again. So yes, this is the final phase now, just touching it up, making sure everything looks decent, and like I said, I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. Just getting the black now, just to go over where I overdid some spots and take it off screen. Just going along the edges there. Alright everyone, thank you for watching another episode of MrBenn Makes with the Phaser 2 Type 2 Boomerang. An amazing little model, actually it is one of my favourite phasers. Really nice and smooth in the hand. Yes, thank you and good night.